I locked myself in my office when we have company. My boyfriend Jake had been acting weird for weeks. He'd get these random phone calls and step outside, or he'd be texting someone and flip his phone over when I walked by. I figured he was planning something for my birthday coming up, so I didn't think much of it. Last Saturday, his parents came over for dinner. His mom, Linda, is this super sweet lady who always brings homemade cookies and asks about my job. His dad is quiet, but nice enough. They were supposed to come at 6, but around 5:30, I started feeling that familiar tightness in my chest. I've had social anxiety since I was a kid, and some days it's worse than others. That day was rough. I'd been stressed about work and hadn't slept well all week. When I heard their car pull up, I just panicked. I told Jake I needed 5 minutes to calm down and locked myself in our home office. It's this tiny room we use for bills and storage, but it has a desk and a chair. I sat there doing breathing exercises, trying to get my heart rate down. That's when I heard voices through the thin wall. The office shares a wall with our living room, and the sound carries way more than we realized. I heard Linda say something about how excited she was to finally meet her. Then Jake's dad asked if he was sure about this, and Jake said he'd been thinking about it for months. I figured they were talking about me and some future engagement or something, but then I heard a woman's voice I didn't recognize. "Thanks for having me over," she said. "I know this is probably weird." My stomach dropped. Jake hadn't mentioned anyone else coming over. Then I heard Jake say, "Mom, Dad, this is Ashley. We've been seeing each other for about 3 months now." I swear my heart stopped. I pressed my ear against the wall, thinking I must have heard wrong. His mom sounded confused. "But what about your girlfriend? The one who lives here?" That's when Jake said the words that made me want to throw up. "We're breaking up. I just haven't told her yet. I wanted you guys to meet Ashley first." I couldn't breathe. 3 months. He'd been cheating on me for 3 months while I was planning our future together. Ashley asked where I was, and Jake said I was running errands and probably wouldn't be back for hours. He told his parents he was planning to end things with me next week after my birthday so he wouldn't ruin it. I heard his dad say that seemed cruel, and Jake just laughed. He actually laughed and said, "It's better this way. Clean break." For 20 minutes, I listened to him introduce this woman to his parents as his new girlfriend. She talked about her job as a nurse, how they met at his gym, how much she loved hiking, all the stuff he used to do with me. The worst part was hearing his mom warm up to her. By the end, Linda was showing Ashley baby photos and talking about family recipes. I stayed locked in that office for 2 hours. I heard them eat dinner, heard Ashley compliment the food I'd spent all afternoon making. I heard Jake tell stories about us that were actually stories about him and me, but with Ashley's name instead. When they finally left, Jake knocked on the office door asking if I was okay. I told him I had a migraine and needed to sleep. The next morning, I woke up early and packed a bag while he was still sleeping. I left a note on the kitchen counter that just said, "I know about Ashley. Don't contact me." Then I drove to my sister's house 3 hours away.